Good morning. Ani v'ata nishane et ha'olam. Ani v'ata az yabohu kfar kulam. Amru et ze kodem lefanai lo nishane. Ani v'ata nishane et ha'olam. This popular Israeli song, written by Arik Einstein, says, "You and I will change the world. You and I, and then others will follow. Others have said it before, and nothing changed. But you and I will change the world." There is an optimism in youth that many of us tend to lose as time goes on, that the world can change and can change for the better. And the reason we lose it is we look at the world and all we see are the negatives, because the negatives is what makes the news. The negatives is what we see on television and read in our newspapers. But there's so much good out there that we tend to ignore. So much that has changed for the better. Yes, every era has things that were better than every other era, but every era also has things that were worse than other eras. Believe it or not, and many of you will doubt this, we are actually living in one of the most peaceful ages in the history of mankind. If you don't believe me, I recommend a book written by a Harvard professor named Steven Pinsker called The Better Angels of Our Nature, who proves, using incredibly well-researched facts, that violence has actually gone down through history. And more than that, attitudes towards violence have changed through history. Violence is now seen in a much more negative light throughout the world than it used to be. We see that while in some areas bigotry has had an uptick, in many areas, we see that people who really did not have opportunities before are beginning to have opportunities they never had in the past, because people are fighting back against the very bigotry that might be on the rise. Look for the good news, because the good news will inspire you. And then, once you're inspired, Ani v'ata nishaneh et ha'olam, you and I will change the world. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.